At my own birthday party, my wife chose someone else over me. She handed me divorce papers. I didn't argue. I signed with shaking hands. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'm going to tell you about the night my wife publicly ended our marriage on my birthday and how 6 months later. She spent 2 nights sleeping in her car outside my apartment, crying and begging for another chance. But before any of that makes sense, you need to know how things unraveled in the first place. My name is Todd. I'm 34 years old and I work in corporate IT, the kind of job where everything runs smoothly until something breaks, and then suddenly you're the most important person in the building. In a lot of ways, that's exactly how my marriage was too, quietly falling apart while I kept trying to hold it together. My wife, Julie, came from serious wealth, old money. Her father, Bronson, owns a massive chunk of the commercial property in our city and makes sure everyone within earshot knows it. From the day I met her family, it was obvious where I stood in their world. We were married for 6 years. And for all 6 of those years, I was the guy who married above his station. The husband who wasn't impressive enough, the one who should feel lucky Julie ever gave him a chance. I paid my own way through college, built my career from nothing, worked hard for everything I had. But to them, I was just a middle-class IT employee who accidentally landed a rich girl. Bronson never let me forget it. At family dinners, he'd toss out little jabs about real business versus computer help. He'd joke about how I probably couldn't afford the wine on the table. If money or investments came up, he'd smirk and suggest I let the adults handle the conversation. I swallowed every insult because I loved Julie, or at least I believed I did. Maybe part of me just wanted to prove her family wrong. About 3 months before my birthday, something shifted. Julie became distant in a way I couldn't ignore. She was physically present but emotionally gone. Conversations were short. Affection disappeared. It felt like living with a stranger who knew all my habits. She started staying at work later and later, coming home around 10 or 11 at night, sometimes smelling like an expensive men's cologne that definitely wasn't mine. She smiled at her phone constantly, soft smiles, private smiles I hadn't seen directed at me in months. Whenever I asked what she was laughing at, she'd shrug it off and tilt the screen away. I knew something was wrong. I'm not naive, but I kept convincing myself I was just being insecure, that if I tried harder, things would fix themselves, so I stepped up. I cleaned more. Planned date nights she canceled at the last minute, bought her favorite wine she barely touched. All the while she drifted further away. Then my birthday arrived, October 15th, a Saturday. I wasn't expecting anything big, maybe a quiet dinner, maybe a cake if I was lucky. I can't share the full story here. Watch the complete story from the link in the description. Please don't forget to subscribe, follow, and comment.